time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. You gotta be shitting me. You really gotta be shitting me. Give me a second. I want to make sure that I'm really conscious. I'm not dreaming. I felt that little. One more time. Okay. Yeah. I'm not dreaming. I'm not dreaming this. You mean to tell me Robert fucking Helenius versus Deontay fucking Wilder, the PBC, actually see this as a $75 pay-per-view? Somebody, just please tell me. Please. Just please tell me. Is the PBC trying to go out of business on purpose? Like, do they really believe in their hearts, in their minds, that this fight is worth $75? And you know it's not a solid undercard. It's not an undercard full of known names, because they're not even talking about, they're barely even talking, nobody's talking about Wilder versus Helenius. It's only on YouTube channels and, like people covering the fight and just, different videos, people interviewing these guys. But I mean, as far as like hype around the fight, like this going to be this, that fight, no. And nobody's talking about the undercard at all. So at the end of the day, it's like $75 for this bullshit. And this is the main event. When I spoke to you guys about boxing needs to start holding tournaments consistently, title eliminators consistently, knock these guys off of their little high horse. Keep them from being so arrogant and cocky, sitting up holding titles for hostage. Keep guys from getting knocked out, but then talking like they're some big star, even though they have no elite level fighters on their resume other than the ones that they lose to. People will either put up or shut up. We will know who the real deal is, because guess what? People will look forward to these fights, and the fighters will look forward to competing, because now they have incentives. They have reason. And you want to know what? It would even be treated differently when fighters lose. Instead of them being looked at like, he ain't shit because he lost. Nah, he fought a tough fight. All those guys in the tournament were tough. And that's how it would be looked at. It would make these fighters step their games up. But what happened is these fighters have become complacent with being able to fight subpar opponents and pretty much become millionaires before they even face real danger in the ring. So this is what they get paid for. So all this babying guys, you can't expect the fighter to fight everybody. Yes, I fucking can. Because that's what the fuck their job is. Just like if you're a construction worker and your ass is expected to climb up on fucking scaffolds every fucking day. Understand what I'm saying? You expected to be out there working in the fucking sun even when it's over 100 fucking degrees, when it's freezing cold, whatever. Because that's what the fuck you get paid to do. And guess what? They don't get paid millions of dollars for that shit. And those fucking guys retire with arthritis, fucking elbows like fucking jelly, no fucking feeling their fingertips and all that shit. I know, because my pop is one of them. And they don't get millions of dollars. Not even close to it. These guys are supposed to be world-class athletes. And these fucking organizations put these bullshit fights together. I gotta say it this way. Because I told you guys from the very beginning, I'm not big on this fight. I'm not even really up for this fight. I'm only talking about it because it's going to happen on October 15th or whatever. And just trying to, I'm not even going to say trying to give the fight some love. It's like, because there's nothing personal with the fighters. But this is some bullshit. No one should be expected to shell out $75 for this type of fucking bullshit. They're trying to look. Deontay Wilder is not no fucking superstar. Andy Ruiz is no fucking superstar. Tyson Fury is no superstar. The popularity that they have, they all still need the right dance partner to do really good numbers. This is a fucking, and this is a fucking disservice to the boxing fans and to boxers who really can fight, who don't have the right team behind them, don't have the right management team behind them and all of that stuff to really get them out there. And this sucks, man. When I saw this shit, I'm like, I really wasn't thinking about what the price tag would be. And I came across this shit and I said, let me just find something about this fight, because I'm like, let me do another video before I go to the gym. And I see this shit and I'm like, $75 for this shit? For the people that may say, but you never know, it just might turn out to be a good fight. Man, stop that bullshit. Deontay Wilder, okay? Let me say it like this. If you guys view Deontay Wilder as a world-class fighter, if this guy is supposed to be, he should not have a hard fight, a hard time with Robert Helenius. We already know, how the situation is with Wilder. He can be outboxed, and he may get outboxed and still, knock his opponent out. Whatever. I'm just saying. Just think of fights that you want to see, right? That you want to see. You might pay the $75 for that, right? Because you want to see. Who wants to see Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius? And when you have an undercard that nobody's talking about at all, the undercard will get this type of attention. The day before, at their final press conference, when they sit there and they have a little fucking 30-minute video where they have questions coming from the fucking audience, and the thing is, none of the questions from the audience is about the undercard guys. So they just barely give them a little time to speak and say a few minutes, get their little 5 minutes of fame. $75 to see Robert Helenius versus Deontay Wilder. So listen, it doesn't stop, y'all. Look at the low numbers that we just saw between Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz. Look at the low numbers that we just saw between Canelo Alvarez and Triple G. And at least they have names, right? Wilder, look, the biggest fight of his career was against Fury, and he lost all 3 fights, in my opinion. All right, but bottom line, he lost 2 and was to get to the draw. Okay. Do you think that this fight will even come close to? And Triple G, and Canelo did 500,000. Canelo and Caleb Plant did 800,000. And people were shitting all over Caleb Plant like he doesn't belong there. He doesn't belong in there with Canelo, but Helenius belongs in there with Wilder. Then okay, that doesn't say a lot for Wilder. Let's be honest. So even for that number of 500,000, right, being low, okay, especially when you're supposed to be a superstar, and Canelo, and Anthony Joshua pretty much are the only 2 superstars in boxing, and the more you start losing, that starts to go away as well. But just think, that number won't even be touched. So I'm thinking like this. Andy Ruiz and Chris Arreola did 125,000. And then Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz wound up doing 40,000. I'm not expecting no big fucking numbers from this shit either. And I don't even think the PBC cares. Honestly. I mean, I'm pretty sure inside they would like the numbers to do well, but I don't really think they care. Because after what happened with Ruiz and fucking Ortiz, and like I said, Ortiz has shared the ring with Wilder. Andy Ruiz shared the ring with Anthony Joshua. And the 2 of them together, who fought 2 of the top heavyweights, can only come up with 40,000 pay-per-view buys. I ask again, is the PBC trying to purposely go out of business? Who the fuck do they think really wants to see this fucking fight? I'm not even bullshitting. I won't stream this fight for fucking free. what I'll do with this fucking fight, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing to watch it. Because I give you guys boxing news. Because usually we'll go out somewhere where they have the fights and they'll order the fights at certain restaurants or whatever. Because nobody I know is going to order this shit. Or whatever. But bottom line is, I'm not interested in this fight. I'm really just, okay, let's get this one over with and move on and then see what happens. And like I said, with Wilder being the favorite to win, if it goes that way, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who he wants to really truly fight and all this. All I know is, if Helenius wins, whatever. Helenius will be more hungry because Helenius is, he has something to prove. Like, he's trying to get his name on the map. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, people respect Helenius for his grit, and he does come and try to win. He comes to fight. But it's not because of nothing he's actually accomplished. I mean, when the biggest win on your resume is against Adam Kalnowski, I'm just saying. I mean, really. Like, guys, what the fuck, man? $75 for this shit. God damn, you could at least have a lit undercard, man. I mean, at least have a lit undercard. Who's talking about the fucking undercard? Who's even talking about Helenius versus Wilder? This is my whole point. When these numbers fail, this pay-per-view fails, what's next for PBC? Like, what two fucking fighters are they going to put together and then sell for fucking $75, $80 again? For, like, it's far too many pay-per-views. It's too much shit. And just like, listen, think about this, people. Not only in sports, but you have people that they have Hulu, they have Netflix, they have Disney, HBO Max or whatever. They have, like, they're paying for subscriptions already. There's movies that you want to see. There's other shit. And then, it's like, all right, I got to pick and choose what I want. And it's bad enough. Look, it's bad enough. It's bad enough that because Queen Elizabeth II died, that Haney, and Cambosas, and fucking Savannah Marshall and Shields, now people are gonna have to really damn, which one of these do I want to see? That's just all gonna be on the same fucking day. Nobody is like think about it. Who they gotta let's pick and choose. Man, if somebody really want to see boxing that bad, it's like this. If it's about I'm gonna roll with who I like, but shit, $75 for that bullshit, right? Versus I just want to see some fights. Who should I watch? I mean, and now just because of this shit, I'm gonna look to see how much I'm gonna check to see what the prices are for the Shields and Marshall and all that shit. Haney, Cambosas, it's probably going to be much cheaper than Wilder's fucking bullshit fight. This is what I'm talking about. It's not even like he's fighting against a Joe Joyce or Anthony Joshua or somebody that you want to see him fight. It's fucking Robert Helenius. It's fucking Deontay Wilder, man. Oh, the energy is back. He brings excitement back. When I come back, it's excitement. Based on fucking what? You only fought Fury 3 fucking straight times. You ain't fighting no fucking body else. Luis Ortiz. I mean, damn. You knocked out Dominic Brazil. I wouldn't even brag about knocking out Dominic Brazil at that stage in his career. Or fucking Bermane Stiverne. You won, and you did what you were supposed to do. Kudos, Wilder. Great. You did what you had to do. Who the fuck cared about those fights? So all of this, they try to create these little narratives. Yeah, see, yeah, he's the energy. Yeah, when he... Stop that, boy. Just stop it, man. We want to see him bring that same energy against top-level opposition. Not no motherfucking Robert Helenius for no $75 fucking dollars. I mean, come on, man. They robbed the bank with this, Listen, you don't have to buy it. I know I won't. It's not like we're forced to buy it. It's just the simple. And I'm not even gonna watch the fucking fight. Okay, unless I'm somewhere where they have it. I'm not looking for it though. So I have my ways of finding shit. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can do the boxing news about it. This is not a fight I'm interested in. Just like Ortiz and fucking Andy Ruiz, I wasn't really interested in that fight either. But because I know that if Andy Ruiz wins, then it's like, okay, people are more, it's more of an interest if he's fighting somebody versus Ortiz fighting someone. But it's always like, hey, may the best man win. And if Andy Ruiz would have fucking lost, he'd have lost. Simple. But again, 40,000 pay-per-view buys. That just goes to show you, like, okay, how many people really who cared about this fight? And then two, you gotta look at this. The fact that this is a former heavyweight champion of the world. I mean, you lose it back when your very first defense and then blame it on lack of training, eating Snickers candy bars on camera, and all this goofball bozo shit that this generation is so fucking, they embrace and proud of and think all this shit's so ha ha he. Like this clown soft shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. And then you're gonna go charge somebody $85 fucking $75 fucking for some bullshit. I'm not the kind of person that see two guys standing in slugs stupidly, no fucking, don't show any real skill, bust each other up, and what a great fight! I could watch bare knuckle brawl and see that shit. You understand what I'm saying? I could sit there and just watch tough man tournaments. I don't have, this is supposed to be boxing with, where was the fucking skill, man? And now, look at this shit. Here, the fight between Errol Spence and motherfucking Terence Crawford is off. And that's for undisputed amongst two fighters that you want to see fight. But when it comes down, then look at Anthony Joshua and Fury's situation where this one guy wants to put stipulations and time frames so quick. No, let's go. And all of a sudden, oh, I'm not fighting Anthony Joshua. I'm so disappointed I didn't get the fight. According to Frank Warren, well, you pull out the fucking fight. Now we're not getting that fight, right? Then he says, oh, you have until today to sign it, after he says he's not fighting. Like, all this dumb shit. And then, fights that you don't want to see, done. I mean, Parker versus Joyce was a tough fight. And pretty much, after seeing a fight like that, and then, you know, looking at a fight like this, for 75 fucking bucks. Hey, listen, y'all. Boxing needs to change, or it's just going to stay at the same, the way, as long as there's ways where people are making money, but they're too dumb to realize they could be making more money. And not only that, the fans would be far more satisfied. And you have way more boxing fans than casuals, and they would know who these fighters are. Not just the ones you want to be popular. I mean, I don't know. $75 for this shit, man. Nobody's talking about the undercard. I don't even know who's fighting on the fucking undercard. Be honest with you. Nobody's talking about this shit. You know, and I can tell you guys, I was in a group of about 100 people earlier today. The fellas was over there talking about Joe DiMaggio or some shit. Something, whatever they were talking about. And, you know, I don't really watch baseball. So I, you know, and they say, well, you watch like MMA? I said, yeah, boxing and all that good stuff. Oh, okay, yeah. This and this and this and this. And immediately they start talking about Canelo and Triple G and what did I think about the fight. When I mentioned Deontay Wilder's name, mind you, we're in America, they said, who? I started laughing. I said, y'all don't know who Deontay Wilder is? Nah. And I said, you don't know Keyshawn Davis? Nah. And Keyshawn Davis only has 6 pro fights. So, you know, he's trying to get his name out there. And I said, okay, let me ask you something. Do you watch the WWE? Yeah, we watched that sometime. Yeah, I said, okay. Do you know who Tyson Fury is? I think. Ain't he like some bald guy that's trying to wrestle? Like, he's a boxer? I said, yeah. He fought Deontay Wilder 3 times. Oh, okay. I don't know who Deontay Wilder is. Because I saw Tyson Fury. I remember the name. Fury, yeah, bald guy, right? He got an accent. Yeah, he was at, he was He was in WWE before, right? And he fought Braun. Yeah, that guy. Okay, yeah, okay. Oh, I didn't know he was a boxer. That's some sad shit right there, man. That is some sad shit. You recognize Fury from WWE, but you don't really know who the fuck he is. Didn't even know he was a boxer. So obviously they didn't even give a fuck about the match he was in. But they don't know of who Tyson Fury is from his wins in the ring, and they know him from WWE. Now, what does that go to show you? That doesn't make them start watching him box because they recognize, oh, when they hear the name, and this only came up because I asked. They don't even know who these guys are. You're charging $75 for this bullshit. Look, I don't know. For me, it's simple. I just won't watch shit that I'm not interested in, and I'll keep it like that. But at the end of the day, when we look at all of this the whole scope of just boxing in general, I agree with Lady Chan. PBC is bad for boxing, and these stables in general are just bad for boxing. Too many people involved where it's all about money. They don't care about the quality of the product we're getting, though. And to be perfectly honest with you, that's been a problem for a long time. And I repeat myself, this is why the UFC doesn't have that problem. But at the same time, see, the UFC, those fighters don't make nearly as much money as they do in boxing. The commentators and all that, none of that. The money in UFC is nothing compared to like the money that's in boxing. And when people have deep pockets, they don't have to care. I remember going into a room full of people when we used to do music, and I'm thinking I'm gonna go in there. Everybody got their little grip up in there, you know. I can scrap, so I'm not worried. But you going in a room full of, you know, where you think is gonna be some old gangster type, you know. No, that only happens in studios where people pretty much, you know, are affiliated with people like that. I go into the room and it's like 12 old white guys in there with, I mean, like 60, 70 years old, like I mean, up. And these are the motherfuckers with the deep pockets. These are the ones that own radio stations. These are the ones that own fucking labels and shit. And you got people like Diddy and them dancing around, and you think they're powerful. Man, please, there's people that they look up to. There's people that they answer to. They work for themselves, but there's people that, you know, no. The image that they give you on TV, you see behind closed doors that they act that way to other people. And I'm sitting here like, damn. Like I said, I'm thinking, because I done been in studios where everybody done came in there, gripped up, ready, just in case it gets out of hand, somebody want to act stupid. And then you go in there and it's like, what the fuck is all these old white men doing in a room that I thought was going to be filled with a bunch of gangbangers? And then you come to find out, like, they're asking me questions like, yes, you know, what do you think about, I had an idea for a video shoot, and I was thinking, it's like, you know, if maybe you have like a group of guys looking tough behind a fence, but it's going to be like in a playground, and when the guy is talking in the camera, and I'm just like, the fuck is this? So it's not what you think it is. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? You start really realizing, start making me pay attention to a whole lot of other shit. Nothing is what you think it is. And you think that people would learn. No, what happened with these people that was trying to stop rap, who had no interest in rap, realized it was growing, it was getting stronger. And you know what happened? They don't understand the culture. They don't understand. They couldn't write a fucking rap to save their life. But they got, you know, I want you to do what he was doing. I want you to look like him. They can't rap. They don't know shit about rap. They don't even understand it. They just want to hear murder, murder, kill, kill. Fuck you, I'll blow your head off, bitch, nigga, fuck you. They don't care about hip-hop or the culture. This is the same shit that boxing is suffering from right now. There's people who want money. They don't give a shit about the product itself. They don't care if the fans are truly satisfied or not. As long as they're paying, that's what it comes down to. That's where me and you have to say, I'm not ordering that shit. That's how you send the message to them. Now, don't get me wrong. You guys know I'm not mad. I just talk with the emotion to, you know, get my point across to you guys. That's how you send your point, get your point across, when you simply don't tune into that shit. Certain fights I'm not even going to cover. I'm not going to even talk about Fury versus Char unless Char get lucky and somehow land a magical lucky punch and win. Or like I said, if Fury get the shits or something and get, oh shit, or something happens and he can't perform and he just get the upset of his fucking life, losing to a fucking Emmanuel Char, because I'm going to laugh at him if he does. But as far as me covering this fight or trying to, no, or if somehow Fury struggles and this shit's competitive, which I don't think nobody can imagine that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in that fucking fight. That's how you get your fucking point across to these people. When they fucking fail, nobody's tuning in to see this bullshit. Nobody's buying tickets to come out and see this bullshit. They'll be forced. See, the consumer has way more power than we realize. You want to be entertained, so you accept whatever they throw at you. Stop ordering shit. Stop going to these fucking fights. And they get the picture. Damn, they don't want to see this shit. Then, they will start being forced to put the right cards together. Because at the end of the motherfucking day, it's your money. And nobody should go anywhere. If you go to a restaurant and you're eating and the meal is crappy, you're going to complain. You're not going to pay for this. Look, what the fuck is this shit? Right? You're paying your money, but they got lousy cooks or lousy service. No, same thing. And for you to shell out $75, especially when all you really care about is the main event, who cares about this main event? And that's what you really would be paying for, because nobody, you ask the majority of the people, they don't even know who's fighting on the undercard. And the majority of the conversation you get is online. In person, people don't even know who the fuck Wilder is. They don't even know these guys that's fighting. Keyshawn Davis, I don't know that he's on that card. I just brought his name up because I think he's a good fighter. He's only 6-0. But, you know, we're in America and nobody know who these fucking fighters are. Tyson Fury's from the UK, but they saw him and remembered the name because he saw him on, they happened to watch wrestling. So Fury, just like other people, are trying to like extend their brand by showing up on other, you know, genres and doing different things and all that, and that's all good. But at the same time, it's like they don't even know this man from his boxing. They just remember some bald-headed tall guy named Fury fighting Braun Strowman. And that was like last year, a year before last. They're not even talking about the crown jewel that he just did a couple months ago. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, wow. There was a time you bring a boxer, anybody knows, especially in the barbershops and anywhere you went, everybody was talking about Holyfield and Tyson and who would beat between Ali and Tyson and who this and that. Yo, Ray Leonard, this. Boxing was the shit. But now, anyway, y'all, talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all in the next one. I'm not even going to ask y'all, do y'all think that this pay-per-view is worth $75? Just talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what y'all think. Catch y'all on the next one.